Good morning student. I hope you all are studying very hard to achieve your goal. In the last lecture I told in our body four types of tissues are present, that is epithelial tissue, connective tissue, a muscular tissue and nervous tissue. I had completed epithelial tissue in the previous lecture. Now we have to see about connective tissue. Connective tissue, it is mesodermal in origin and it constitutes 30% of total body weight. It is most abundant and widely distributed tissues present in our body. Even it is also present in umbilical canal, which is jelly-like in appearance, and Gleason's capsules, that is covering of the lungs. In connective tissue, you will get cells, its matrix, fibers, blood vessels and nerves. The matrix having the chemical nature of mucopolysaccharide. Connective tissue, it is performing the main function of linking or connecting other tissues or organs. Connective tissue, it is divided into three categories, that is loose connective tissue, dense connective tissue and specialized connective tissue. Loose connective tissues includes areolar tissues and adipose tissues, while dense connective tissue, it is of two types, dense regular connective tissue and dense irregular connective tissue. Dense regular connective tissue, it is having tendon and ligaments in it, and dense irregular connective tissue, it is basically present in our skin. A specialized connective tissue is present in our body in the form of cartilage, bones and blood. Cartilage and bones, these together it forms skeletal connective tissue, which is the specialized connective tissue, right, while the blood it forms the fluid connective tissue. If we deal with the first tissue of loose connective tissue, that is areolar tissue, so we will check its position. Areolar connective tissue, it is present below the skin, that is subcutaneously, in between muscles and fat. Areolar connective tissue, it consists of different types of cells, matrix and different types of fibers. The cells which are present in areolar connective tissue, these are fibroblast, histiocytes, mast cell, lymphocytes and some lipocytes as well. Fibroblasts, these are large, amoeboid or irregular in shape, and it forms matrix of the tissue as well as it forms different types of fibers in this tissue itself. The chemical nature of the matrix, this is mucopolysaccharide, and in this matrix the different types of fibers which are present, these fibers are formed by fibroblast cell. Histiocytes, these are the phagocytic cells, while mast cell, they are secreting three secretion, that is heparin, histamine and serotonin. Heparin acts as an anticoagulant, histamine, it is the vasodilator, and serotonin, it acts as a vasoconstrictor. Okay. The fibers, three types of fibers present in the matrix, that is white collagen fiber, yellow elastic fiber and reticular fiber. White collagen fibers, these are made up of white collagen protein. These wavy in appearance, present in bundles, it do not give any branches, hence it do not forms any network in the matrix. Being in bundle, collagen fibers, they are providing strength to the areolar tissue. The other fiber, that is elastic fiber, they are made up of elastin protein and they are straight in appearance, giving number of branches, hence forming network in the matrix. The invisible, very delicate fibers which are made up of reticulin protein called reticular fiber. With areolar tissue, the another tissue in loose connective tissue included is adipose tissue. Adipose tissue, it is present below the skin, that is subcutaneously, and around internal organs, for example around the kidney. The cells which are present in adipose tissue called adipocytes or lipocytes. In adipocytes, the fat firstly deposits in small granules, small deposits. Further, these deposits it unites and it forms a big deposit. If the further consumption of fat is continuous, right, a big deposit is formed in the cytoplasm of this adipocyte, which push the nucleus towards the periphery. Hence, in the last nucleus, it goes to peripheral region, nucleus becomes peripheral, and whole of the space of the adipocyte occupied by deposited fat. This appearance of the adipocyte, it is called a signet ring like appearance. The adipose tissue, in the adipose tissue, the matrix, it is present the same chemical nature, that is called mucopolysaccharide, its chemical nature. Adipose tissue, it gives protection, it acts as a cushioning, it acts as a lubricant, it avoids friction, right, and it stores the nutrient or energy. It acts as a shock absorber and heat generation performed by adipose tissue in our body. There are two types of adipose tissue, that is unilocular and multilocular. In unilocular adipose tissue, the fat deposit in the form of single deposit. Okay, that's why the name is given here unilocular. While in multilocular adipose tissue, the fat is present in the form of many deposits. White adipocytes found in unilocular and brown adipocytes are present in multilocular tissue. Unilocular, it is found in the adult human, while the multilocular type of adipose tissue is present in fetal life and in newly born baby. The another type of connective tissue, it is the dense connective tissue. As I told earlier, dense connective tissue, here the fibers and fibroblasts compactly packed in the matrix, hence the name is given what? Dense connective tissue. There are two types of dense connective tissue, that is dense regular and dense irregular. In dense regular connective tissue, the fibroblasts are present in rows in many parallel bundles of collagen fibers. Tendon and ligaments, these are included in dense regular connective tissue. Tendon, it is present in between skeletal muscle and the bone and having the large amount of white collagen fibers. For example, Achilles tendon, deltoid tendon and tricep tendon. While ligament is present at the joint and it connects bone with bone at joint. Ligaments prevent dislocation of bones and it provides flexibility to the joints. In our body, ligament is present, for example, hamstring ligament. Dense regular, like this, dense irregular connective tissue is also present in our body. In this, the fibroblast and many fibers, these are oriented differently, and this kind of dense irregular connective tissue, it is present in our skin. The specialized connective tissue, it is categorized into two categories, that is skeletal connective tissue and fluid connective tissue. Skeletal connective tissue, it includes cartilages and bones. Four types of cartilages are present, that is hyaline cartilage, fibrous cartilage, elastic cartilage and calcified cartilage. While bones, these are of two types, that is compact bone and soft bone or spongy bone. The fluid connective tissue present in our body in the form of blood and lymph. If we will deal with cartilages, we can say that cartilages, they are having its matrix pliable, right? Pliable matrix. The matrix of the cartilage, it is called chondrin. The chondrin or the matrix of cartilage, it is solid, pliable and it is secreted and formed by its cells itself, which are called chondrocytes. In the matrix, small cavities, small spaces are present, which are called lacunae, and in the lacunae actually its cells, that is chondrocytes, are present. If the covering is present in the cartilages, that covering is called perichondrium. From the four types, if we will start with the first type, that is hyaline cartilage, we can say hyaline cartilage, it is present in trachea, larynx, ends of long bones, anterior end of ribs, nose, fetal skeleton and in notochord. In hyaline cartilage, the matrix, which is very clear, homogeneous and glassy in appearance. Hyaline cartilage, it is primitive cartilage and it is weakest cartilage among all the cartilages. The covering, that is perichondrium, it is present in hyaline cartilage and in its matrix very few and fine collagen fibers are present. And lacunae, this is with 2 to 4 chondrocytes. Chondrocytes, that is the cells of cartilages. The another cartilage, that is fibrous cartilage, present in intervertebral disc and pubic symphysis. These are the strongest and rigid cartilages. In this, covering is absent, that is perichondrium is absent, and in its matrix the bundles of collagen fibers are present. Right? The next cartilage, that is elastic cartilage, present in ear pinna, epiglottis, bronchi and vocal cord. In this, perichondrium is present, and in its matrix network of yellow elastic fibers are present, while chondrocytes, these are few in number. The fourth cartilage is the calcified cartilage, which is present at the suprascapular region, in the pelvis region, head of humerus and femur. Any cartilage can be converted into calcified cartilage, but mostly haline cartilage converting into calcified cartilage due to deposition of calcium salts in old age. That's why the calcified cartilage is found in old age, right, where the joints lose mobility. In skeletal tissue, the another tissue is included, that is bone. The bone, it is having its matrix it is called osine. Its matrix or osine, this is hard and non-pliable and rich in calcium salts and collagen fibers. The covering of bone is called periosteum, and the major constituent in the matrix, the major mineral present in its matrix, it is calcium phosphate. The four different types of cells we can find in bones, that is osteocyte, osteoblast, osteoclast and osteoprogenitor cell. Osteoblast, these are active and young cell and they are bone forming cell. When these cell it becomes inactive and old, these are regarded as osteocyte. In bone, the bone dissolving cells, the bone breaking cell, these are nothing but osteoclast, while any type of bone cells can be formed by osteoprogenitor cell. The osteoprogenitor cell, it is like the stem cell of the bone. Fine. Like cartilages, in the matrix of bones, the small spaces also present, that is called lacunae, and in the lacunae the osteocyte or osteoblast are present. The endings of long bones, these are epiphysis, while the middle long part, it is called diaphysis. In mammalian long bone, a special system is present called Haversian system or osteon. Osteon or Haversian system, it is made up of Haversian canal and Haversian lamellae. The different Haversian systems of the same bone, these are interconnected or intercommunicated by Volkmann's canal. Bones, they are providing structural framework to the body. It gives support and protection to organs of the body. It provides locomotion and movement to the body, and it acts as a hemopoietic tissue that is performing hemopoiesis, that is formation of blood. And no doubt it is the reservoir of calcium. Fine. So bones, this is one of the skeletal connective tissue with cartilages. The another tissue present in our body, that is muscular tissue, which is also called muscles. These are mesodermal in origin and having the special property of contractibility. Calcium ion, it is needed for contraction of muscle or muscle fibers. Muscles, it constitutes 40 to 50% of total weight of the body. The cells which are present in the muscle, these are long thread-like, these are called muscle fiber. These muscle fiber, they are having cytoplasm called sarcoplasm, covering sarcolemma. Its endoplasmic reticulum called sarcoplasmic reticulum, right. The other cells like it is also having nucleus and the mainly presence of myofibrils. There are three types of muscles present in our body. These are skeletal muscle, smooth muscle and cardiac muscle. Skeletal, smooth, cardiac muscle, this classification, this is on the basis of origin. But on the basis of function, we can say skeletal muscle, also called voluntary muscle, smooth muscle, involuntary muscle and cardiac muscle, again involuntary muscle. Skeletal muscle, it shows these striations, that's why it is called striated muscles. While these striations are absent in smooth muscle, this becomes unstriated. A faint striation we can observe in cardiac muscle, hence again cardiac muscle is a striated type of muscle. The skeletal muscle, this is attached on bones. They are present on the bones as well as found in the tongue, pharynx and beginning of esophagus. While the smooth muscle, they are present in visceral organ or internal organ of the body, and the cardiac muscle, it is present in the covering of, in the wall of heart, that is perichondrium. In striated muscle, that is in skeletal muscle, numerous mitochondria and glycogen granules are present, right? While in smooth muscle, these mitochondria and glycogen granules are less numerous. Okay? In striated muscles, the fibers are unbranched. In smooth muscle, fibers are unbranched, while in cardiac muscle, its fibers are branched, and this is characteristic feature of cardiac muscle fiber. The striated or the skeletal muscle fiber, these are long elongated cell having many small nuclei which are present at the periphery. Means we can say syncytial nuclei are present in skeletal muscle fiber, hence skeletal muscle fiber, it is called syncytial fiber. The smooth muscle fiber, it is spindle shape, it is uninucleated. Its one nucleus, it is present in the center, that is in the belly region of its fiber, while its ends are tapering. In a smooth muscle fiber, the covering, that is sarcolemma, is absent, while the cardiac muscle fiber, these are short but cylindrical and connected end to end. At the connection of end-to-end connection, there is a zigzag marking present. That zigzag marking is called intercalated disc. So, presence of intercalated disc, it is the characteristic feature of cardiac muscle, and these cardiac muscle fiber, right, they are having branches as well as. The only branched muscle fiber, this is nothing but cardiac muscle fiber. Skeletal muscle, they contracts quickly but takes time for relaxation. The contraction and relaxation of smooth muscle fiber or smooth muscle, it is slow, while cardiac muscle fiber, it contracts quickly and its contraction relaxation is rhythmic. Fine. The skeletal muscle, it fatigue very soon, smooth muscle do not fatigue, and cardiac muscle immune to fatigue. Skeletal muscle, it is under control of central nervous system, while smooth muscle, this is under the control of peripheral nervous system, while the cardiac muscle, if it is present in the heart, it may be myogenic or neurogenic. The last tissue present in our body, that is nervous tissue. Nervous tissue, it is ectodermal in origin, having different types of cells, that is nervous cells, which is called neuron, neuroglial cells, which is supporting cells, ependyma cell and neurosecretory cells. In nervous tissue, neuroglial cells, they are present at more than 1/2 of volume of neural tissue. Okay. The nervous tissue, it is the structural and functional unit of nervous tissue or nervous system. The main characteristic feature of nervous tissue is, nervous cell is, it is excitable cell, right? It gets excited when stimulus is given to this cell. And the nervous cell, it is the longest cell of the body. The nervous cell or the neuron, it consists of body and two types of processes. The body, it is also called cyton or perikaryon or soma, right, which is nearly star shaped or having nucleus nearly in the center of these. Okay. In its cytoplasm, the special Nissal's granules are present, which are made up of endoplasmic reticulum and ribosomes. Means Nissal's granule, these are meant for production of protein. The cytoplasm which is present in the body part is called neuroplasm. In this neuroplasm, some neurofibrils and numerous mitochondria are present. There are two types of processes in nervous system. These are the dendron and axon. Dendron, these are smaller process, axon this longer process. Dendron may be more than one in number, while axon is always one in number. The branches present in dendron called dendrites, while axon is without any branch. Sometime if branch present in axon, this is only one, that branch is called collateral branch. The cytoplasm which goes into the dendron, it carries neurofibrils it, while the cytoplasm which comes in the axon, first of all it is called exoplasm, and this exoplasm this is with only neurofibrils, means here Nisser's granules are absent. The point of junction where axon and cyton united with each other called axon hillock. Dendron, it always carries impulse towards cyton, while axon carries away these impulses away from cyton. Axon, it may or may not be covered by myelin or medullary sheath. Myelin or medullary sheath is fatty in appearance and it is having discontinuation at specific points that called node of Ranvier. The area in between node of Ranvier, it is called internode, and in each internode there is a presence of Schwann cell. This Schwann cell is only the cell which are forming myelin sheath. At regular interval, this myelin sheath or medullary sheath, it shows constriction or it discontinue at this point, which is called node of Ranvier. The area in between two node of Ranvier is called internode, and in each internode Schwann cell is present. This Schwann cell only producing this myelin sheath. Myelin sheath, it is fatty in nature and it prevents leakage of impulse. Because of the presence of myelin sheath, the conduction of impulse, it becomes very much fast. If this myelin sheath is present, this axon or this neuron, it is called myelinated or medullated, and if this axon is absent, this is called non-myelinated or non-medullated. Myelin sheath, it's present or absent, it may be in the neuron, accordingly the type of neuron can be called. Axon, externally it is covered by neuralema. At the ending of axon, it shows the number of hair-like extensions, these called axon terminal, and on the tip of each axon terminal, a knob-like, a button-like structure is present, which is called a synaptic knob. One neuron, it gets in communication with the next neuron by the junction, that junction is called a synapse. So, synapse, it is the functional junction in between two neurons. Neuron on the basis of pole and number of processes, these are of different types, that is apolar neuron, unipolar neuron, bipolar neuron and multipolar neuron. In apolar neuron, dendron, axon, these two processes are absent and this type of neuron is present in hydra.